Have you ever seen a trail bike that you absolutely love, but when you try to get on it, it feels like climbing a tower? Don't worry, you are not alone. The good news is that for 2025, there are several perfect options for those of us who aren't giants. These are comfortable, safe bikes with all the adventurous spirit, but with a seat height that won't make you suffer every time you come to a stop. Today, I'm going to show you the 5 most recommendable trail bikes for shorter riders this year. So if you're looking for a bike that gives you confidence without giving up that sense of adventure, stay until the end because you're about to discover some true gems. And you know the drill. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe, leave a like, and hit that bell for notifications because here we talk about real motorcycles, designed for people who enjoy every single kilometer. Let's get started. Honda CRF 300L. This is, without a doubt, one of the most versatile and fun machines you can find today. Just imagine, one day it takes you to work without any effort, and the very next day it's carving through mountain trails as if it were its natural home. That's how versatile this trail bike is. Let's begin with its heart, a 286 cubic centimeter engine. That's about 17.5 cubic inches. It's a single cylinder that might seem modest on paper, but it's a true gem of smoothness and reliability. It's liquid-cooled with a double overhead camshaft, and it delivers 27 horsepower at 8,500 revolutions per minute, with a torque of 26 newton meters, about 19.2 pound-feet, at 6,500 RPM. The most impressive thing isn't its top speed, which is around 130 kilometers per hour or about 80 miles per hour, but how its power is available from very low revs. This makes off-road riding intuitive and totally manageable. And for economy, with a fuel consumption of only 3.1 liters every 100 kilometers, that's approximately 76 miles per gallon, and a 7.8-liter tank, which is about 2.06 gallons, your adventures will have a more than respectable range. But a good trail bike isn't just about the engine. The cycle part, the chassis and suspension, is where the real magic happens. Its semi-double cradle steel frame is light, and when combined with an aluminum swing arm, it helps keep the curb weight to just 142 kilograms, or about 313 pounds. You feel this lightness right away. The bike feels agile and easy to handle, whether you're in the city or on a technical trail. The suspension has been carefully tuned for 2025. Up front, there's a 43mm Showa inverted fork that's 1.7 inches, with 260mm of travel, about 10.2 inches. In the rear, a ProLink system offers the same travel, giving you a perfect balance between stability and comfort. For braking, it has a 256mm front disc, roughly a 10-inch disc, and a 220mm rear disc, about 8.7 inches, with 2-channel ABS that you can disconnect on the rear wheel for off-road fun. In terms of technology and design, it comes with modern improvements. The front lighting and turn signals are now all LED, giving it a more aggressive, contemporary look while also improving your visibility and safety. The instrument panel is a very complete LCD, giving you clear information on your speed, revs, fuel level, current gear, and more, all at a single glance. While it doesn't include connectivity as standard, you have the option to install a USB Type-C charger as an accessory, which is ideal for keeping your navigator or phone charged on long routes. Getting on this bike is an invitation to adventure. The seat height is 880 millimeters, about 34.6 inches, which might seem intimidating at first. But thanks to a narrow tank and seat, most riders feel comfortable and can reach the ground easily. The riding position is upright and natural with a wide handlebar that gives you total control. This bike seems to say, let's have fun. It combines the look of its competition siblings with an ergonomics designed for daily use and long journeys. Now, the big question, how much does it cost? In Europe, the price starts at €5,990. In the United States, the announced price is $5,749, but you must add a destination charge of $600. And of course, these prices are just a starting point before local taxes or additional fees. What do current owners say? The riding community highlights its lightness and agility, qualities that make it perfect for learning and gaining confidence off-road without feeling intimidated. Its reliable engine and the new assisted anti-rebound clutch make city traffic jams much more bearable. But to be fair, there are some points to consider. Some more demanding riders, or those who travel with a lot of luggage, mention that the suspension can feel a bit soft and the seat a bit hard on long trips. That's why it's not uncommon to see owners investing in upgrades for these elements to perfectly suit their style. Even so, the overall rating is very positive, 3.4 out of 5 stars, based on dozens of reviews. So who is the Honda CRF 300L for? It's the ideal companion for the urban motorcyclist who dreams of weekend getaways, for beginners who want to learn on all types of terrain without fear, and even for travelers or retirees who prioritize lightness and mechanical simplicity over top speed. It's not a bike made for spending hours on the highway, but for reaching those magical places other bikes can't.
KTM 390 Adventure. Let me introduce you to a machine that has come to redefine what adventure means on two wheels, whether the pavement ends or not. Get ready, because we're going to dive into all its details. Imagine an engine that is pure KTM essence. Its heart is a 399 cubic centimeter LC4C single cylinder. That's about 24.3 cubic inches. With state-of-the-art electronic management and Bosch fuel injection, it delivers 44 horsepower and a maximum torque of 39 newton meters, or about 28.8 pound-feet. But the most impressive thing isn't just the numbers, it's how they feel. The bike responds with a smoothness and linearity that will surprise you from the lowest revs. This makes it very manageable in the city and tremendously effective on the road, with a reported fuel consumption of 3.4 liters per 100 kilometers, which is approximately 69 miles per gallon. Thanks to its 14.5-liter tank, that's 3.83 gallons, you have plenty of range for those long getaways you dream about. And if you want an extra bit of fun, you can equip the optional quick shifter to change gears without using the clutch. Now, where the 390 Adventure truly shines is in its cycle part. And pay attention, because there are two clearly different versions. The KTM 390 Adventure R is the wild one. It carries KTM's rally DNA in its veins. It comes equipped with long-travel WP Apex suspensions, offering 230 millimeters, about 9 inches, both front and rear, and they're fully adjustable for any terrain. It's spoked wheels, a 21-inch front and an 18-inch rear, with Midas Trail Profile tires, let you tackle complicated paths with total confidence for a bike of this size. On the other hand, the X is calmer and more accessible. Its suspension has less travel, and it mounts 19-inch cast wheels in the front and 17-inch in the rear, making it oriented for mixed use between road and simple tracks. Both versions share a multi-tubular steel chassis that's light and very rigid, and a brake system with a 320mm front disc, about 12.6 inches, and bi-brake calipers, assisted by a Bosch cornering ABS that can even be configured for off-road use. In the technology department, you'll feel like you're on a high-end bike. Its 5-inch color TFT screen is compatible with KTM Connect, allowing you to pair your smartphone to receive calls, listen to music, and follow turn-by-turn directions right on the display. But the most important feature is the electronics that manage the bike. Several riding modes, street, rain, and off-road, adjust the power delivery, traction control, and ABS intervention. So with just a push of a button, the bike can be docile in the rain or an adventurous beast when you leave the pavement. Its design also screams adventure. With a rally aesthetic inspired by its bigger sisters, a compact LED headlight, and an aggressive fairing, it doesn't go unnoticed. The riding position is comfortable and ergonomic, with a wide handlebar that gives you great control whether you're standing up or seated. Here's a key difference though. The Adventure R has a seat height of 870 millimeters, about 34.3 inches. This is ideal for off-road, but can be a challenge for shorter riders. The X, with a seat at 825 millimeters, or about 32.5 inches, is much more accessible and easier to handle when you're stopped. Let's talk about the cold hard numbers. In Europe, the R model is around 7,499 euros. In the United States, the X model starts at $6,499. Considering its equipment and capability, these are very competitive prices in this segment. And what do those who've tried it say? They describe it as fun and agile, with an engine that's a shot of adrenaline on the road and a lightness that makes it manageable off-road. The electronics are so complete, they rival bikes with larger displacements. For points of improvement, some notice vibrations at high revs, or that the TFT screen can be slow to pair with a phone. For shorter riders, the height of the arc can be an obstacle, but that's where the more friendly X version comes in. A detail that has been widely praised is the new headlight design. It abandons the old beak style for a compact, robust modern LED optic that's also less prone to damage in a fall. So who is the KTM 390 Adventure for? It's the perfect companion for the adventurer looking for a light and capable bike to explore beyond the asphalt, without the cost and weight of a big bike. It's ideal as a first adventure bike for A2 license holders, as its power is factory limited and its handling is very intuitive. It's also a brilliant option for the urban rider who nimbly moves through the city during the week and escapes to remote paths on the weekend.
Macbor Montana XR5 510. This is a bike that has arrived to make it clear that adventure has no limits, and that you don't need to sell a kidney to own a machine capable of anything. Picture this. You're standing in front of a bike that looks like it's straight out of a dream catalog. It's a trail bike with a European soul, but its heart beats with the latest technology. The Montana XR5 510 is the evolution of a model that already promised a lot, and for 2025, it has received improvements right where it matters most. Let me walk you through the details, like we're in the garage with the bike in front of us. Under the tank, the first thing you'll notice is its new 498 cubic centimeter twin-cylinder engine. That's about 30.4 cubic inches. It's larger than the previous model's 471cc engine. It delivers 47 horsepower at 8,500 RPM, which is perfect for the A2 license without needing any restrictions. But the really interesting part is its torque, 45 newton meters, or about 33.2 pound-feet at 7,000 RPM. This gives it a more lively and forceful response in the mid-range, exactly where you need it for overtaking or attacking a curve. The Bosch electronic injection manages two riding modes, Sport and Eco. I'll be honest with you, most riders just stick with Sport, because that's where the bike feels most energetic. The engine, made by Zongshan, includes an anti-rebound clutch, a real luxury you'll appreciate during hard braking or downshifting off-road, as it prevents the rear wheel from locking up. On the road, it loves to be revved, but off-road, it's surprisingly smooth and predictable, even on slippery surfaces. Of course, an adventure bike is nothing without a solid chassis. This is where the Montana XR5 510 truly shines. Its curb weight is 178 kilograms, or about 392 pounds, placing it among the lightest in its class. When it's standing still, it might not seem that light, but as soon as you start moving, the weight just seems to disappear. The steel chassis balances rigidity and lightness beautifully. The multi-adjustable KYAB suspensions are one of its best features. Up front, there's a 41mm inverted fork, that's 1.6 inches, with 195 millimeters, or about 7.7 inches of travel. In the rear, a monoshock offers 210 millimeters, or about 8.3 inches of travel. They're designed to handle everything from city potholes to rocky trails. On the road, it's firm and precise. On dirt tracks, it feels like a flying carpet. The Nissan brakes are another great feature. There are dual 298mm floating discs in the front, about 11.7 inches, and a 240mm disc in the rear, about 9.4 inches. They have a progressive and controllable feel, perfect for tricky terrain. And importantly, the ABS can be disconnected in three ways: fully on, with only the rear disengaged, or fully off, a key feature for serious off-road enthusiasts. For technology, the 2025 version makes a big leap. Its 5-inch TFT screen is bright and easy to read with connectivity via the Carbit Ride app. This lets you mirror your phone, display navigation, and control calls and music from the display. The backlit switchgear, glowing in blue, is a nice touch you'll appreciate at night. All lighting is full LED, modern, powerful, and efficient. Plus, it includes USB and 12-volt outlets to keep your gadgets charged on your journey. Really, it has everything you need. When you sit on it, you'll find the seat height of 841 millimeters, or about 33.1 inches, very accessible, and there's a low seat option of 820 millimeters, or about 32.3 inches. It's a narrow bike, making it easy to handle in tight spots. For someone my height, 1.86 meters, or about 6 foot 1, it's surprisingly comfortable and spacious. The aluminum handlebar is wide and adjustable, promoting an upright, natural posture whether you're sitting or standing. The foot pegs have non-stick rubber, but you can remove it for proper off-road foot pegs. The 20-liter, 5.28-gallon fuel tank promises a range of nearly 500 kilometers, or about 310 miles. That's ideal for long routes where gas stations are few and far between. Its design is clearly inspired by big European adventure bikes, conveying robustness and readiness for adventure with side guards, engine protectors, and a center stand all included standard. It's ready to discover the world. Now for one of its best surprises, the price. In Spain, the official price is 5,499 euros. However, there's no official information yet about its availability in the United States. Remember, Macbor is a Spanish brand with a strong presence in Europe, but it hasn't confirmed operations across the Atlantic. What do test riders say? In demanding events like the Transpirenaica, where riders covered over 700 kilometers, about 435 miles, in bad weather, they praised its versatility and how easy it is to enjoy. It's a bike that forgives mistakes and encourages exploration. Its strong points are its balance between road and dirt, the quality of its components, and its excellent equipment for the price. As for improvements, some note that on the road, if you're a demanding rider, the engine can feel a bit lacking if you don't keep the revs high, and that the eco mode isn't very different from sport. On forums, though, owners are delighted and no recurring faults have been reported. It's early for long-term conclusions, but reliability looks promising. So, who is the Macbor Montana XR5510 for? It's for the rider with an A2 license who wants a bike without limitations, versatile, robust, and ready for anything. It's also for the adventurer who wants one bike to do it all: daily commuting, weekend trips, and off-road exploring. I wouldn't recommend it for long trips with a passenger or heavy luggage, as its focus is on agile, solo adventure. Morbidelli T502X. This Italian machine arrives with the credentials of a true adventurer, and it's likely to make you fall in love at first sight. Believe me, once you get to know it, you'll feel like it was made for you. Let me walk you through it, step by step. Get ready for an engine with character. It's a 486 cubic centimeter parallel twin, about 29.6 cubic inches. That delivers 47 horsepower, the maximum allowed for the A2 license, along with a very healthy 45 newton meters of torque, or about 33.2 pound-feet. This translates into a smooth, linear, and forceful power delivery, perfect for moving with ease on the road or on inviting dirt paths. The 6-speed gearbox and anti-rebound clutch make every gear change precise and fluid, keeping the ride relaxed even during aggressive downshifts or in corners. It's not built for breaking speed records, but it can reach about 160 kilometers per hour, or roughly 100 miles per hour, which is more than enough for any type of road. And if you love long trips, this bike is a faithful companion. With an 18-liter tank that's 4.76 gallons and a consumption of just 4.1 liters per 100 kilometers, approximately 57 mpg, it offers a range of around 440 kilometers, or about 273 miles. That's almost 450 miles of adventure between Phillips. This is where the T502X proves it's not just looks. The diamond-type steel chassis combines lightness and robustness, offering excellent cornering stability that inspires confidence. Its 43mm inverted fork up front, that's 1.7 inches, is worthy of bigger bikes, with 180mm of travel, about 7.1 inches, to soak up bumps and uneven ground effortlessly. At the rear, a monoshock with a linkage system keeps the wheel planted, improving traction and comfort. When it's time to brake, it does so with total safety. There are dual 300mm front discs, about 11.8 inches, and a 240mm rear disc, about 9.4 inches, made by Jota One and assisted by a Bosch ABS system. Here's a detail adventurers will love: the rear ABS can be disconnected, which is ideal for serious off-road riding. Sitting on this bike feels like taking the controls of a rally-inspired combat aircraft. Dominating the view is a vertical 7-inch TFT screen inspired by Dock-R machines, displaying all the information with spectacular clarity. But this isn't just a gauge cluster, it's the command center for the Morbidelli Connect system. Through a smartphone app, you get integrated GPS navigation, security alerts, and even an SOS emergency button, so you always feel someone has your back. It also includes anti-theft functions like vibration alerts and real-time tracking, letting you park with complete peace of mind. From the first glance, its rally attitude is clear. The design is robust, with a wide front, an adjustable windscreen, and protective bars that complete the adventurous look. The lighting is 100% LED, with a double front headlight that's unmistakable by day and powerfully bright at night. The riding position is built for devouring miles, a wide handlebar, well-positioned foot pegs, and a seat height of 830 millimeters, about 32.7 inches, which is accessible for many riders. The posture is upright and comfortable, perfect for long days in the saddle. With a curb weight of 210 kilograms, or about 463 pounds, it's surprisingly agile and manageable, even in low-speed maneuvers. In Europe, it's offered for €5,390, a truly competitive price considering everything it includes as standard. Some dealers even offer a 5-year warranty, which is unusual in this price range. The only downside is that there's no official news about it coming to the United States in 2025, suggesting its launch will focus on the European market. Those who've seen it in person talk about its imposing presence and predict that it will sell like hotcakes due to its fantastic balance of equipment, technology, and price. Specialized media praise its overall balance, advanced tech, and attractive design. Perhaps the only minor criticism is the 19-inch front wheel instead of a 21-inch, which is more typical for extreme off-road use. But this choice was intentional, aiming for a more agile and dynamic feel on the road, where it will spend most of its time. So who is the Morbidelli T502X? If you have an A2 license and want a serious starter bike without any compromises, this could be your perfect match. It's a bike that does everything. Daily city commuting, weekend road trips, and venturing on dirt trails whenever you feel the urge. Its manageability, safety features, and comfortable ergonomics also make it ideal for riders returning to motorcycling after a break, or for anyone who simply wants a versatile, well-equipped trail bike with its own distinct character. The T502X isn't just a motorcycle, it's an invitation to live the adventure, without excuses and with loads of style.
Ciclone RX 600. Let's talk about this trail bike that's generating a lot of buzz, and for good reason. It offers an incredible amount for a very adjusted price, almost seeming from a different time. If you want an adventure bike without mortgaging your house, you'll want to hear this. Imagine a 550 cubic centimeter inline twin-cylinder engine. That's about 33.6 cubic inches. It delivers 59 horsepower and 55 newton-meters of torque, around 40.6 pound-feet. It has just the right amount of power to respond eagerly on the road and on those paths that beckon you to explore. Many describe this engine as smooth and progressive, ideal if you're not a highly experienced rider. And the best part? You can also get it limited to 47 horsepower for the A2 license at no extra cost. Its top speed is around 165 kilometers per hour, or about 102 miles per hour, but it really feels at home on long journeys. Thanks to an 18-liter tank holding 4.76 gallons, you get more than decent range between fuel stops. There's no official consumption figure, but as a modern, fuel-injected Euro 5 compliant engine, it's expected to be quite efficient. All that power needs a solid foundation. The chassis is a multi-tubular steel design, robust and well-balanced. But the standout features are the suspensions. A 41mm inverted fork up front, that's 1.6 inches, and an adjustable rear monoshock. On the road, they provide excellent comfort, though if you ride aggressively on tough trails, you might find the travel a bit limited. To handle all this energy, it has dual 305mm front discs, about 12 inches, with 2-piston calipers, and dual-channel ABS, which can also be disconnected for off-road fun. Some testers mention the brake feel is a bit spongy, but the stopping power is more than adequate, especially considering its 227 kilogram curb weight, which is about 500 pounds.
Technology: it has a color TFT screen with mirror-link connectivity for smartphone projection, a tire pressure monitoring system, switchable traction control, backlit controls, and full LED lighting that looks great and works wonderfully. This is equipment that's often still optional on more expensive bikes, but here it's all standard. You can tell it's a budget-friendly bike in some areas. Some plastic parts could have a finer finish, and occasionally the screen might boot up in Chinese. Sitting on it is a pleasant surprise. The riding position is comfortable and natural, with a seat height of 820 millimeters, about 32.3 inches from the ground, making it very accessible, even for riders around 1.7 meters or 5'7". The handlebar feels close, and the overall ergonomics are very well thought out. Not too sporty, not too relaxed, perfect for hours in the saddle without fatigue. The windshield is height adjustable, though it's easier to set while stationary. If you love to travel, there are luggage options, from a 40-liter top case, about 10.6 gallons, to a full set of 3 aluminum panniers, often included in promotional deals at a great price. Now for what many are waiting for: the price. In Europe for 2025, the base version starts at €5,290. The urban version, with a top case, is about €5,570, and the Explorer version, with the 3 pannier set, is €5,989. There's no official information yet on availability or pricing.
What do test riders think? Most rave about its incredible value for money and the comfort it offers day to day. It's an easy, accessible bike that removes any intimidation of getting on a trail bike for the first time. As for improvements, some mention the finishes, the braking, which could be more powerful, and the suspension, which is geared more for asphalt than pure off-road, despite being adjustable. On forums, common questions are about spare parts availability and real-world fuel consumption, important points to consider. So, who is the Ciclone RX 600 for? It's perfect for a new A2 license holder who wants an adventurous trail bike without excessive power or price. It's also ideal for anyone seeking a versatile bike for travel, city commuting, or weekend trips without mechanical headaches or budget shocks. It's even a great companion for those returning to motorcycling or anyone looking for an easy, comfortable, and accessible machine. This RX 600 could be your perfect adventure partner.
And that brings us to the end of our journey. 5 bikes, 5 distinct ways to live the adventure. The Honda, always faithful. The Macbor, full of surprises. The Morbidelli, pure elegance. The Ciclone, bold and brave. But if I had to pick just one, my choice would be the KTM 390 Adventure X. Because it's not just about the destination, it's about enjoying every single kilometer along the way. It's light, it's agile, and it's built for those who want confidence without sacrificing excitement. It might not be the most powerful, but it's the one that most strongly whispers, "Let's just go." No plan needed, just a pure desire to ride. So, which one would you choose to discover the world? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this ride through the 2025 lineup, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to help our motorcycle family grow even bigger. Good routes, everyone.